Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this week's special presentation entitled Finding Your Trading Plan with the Trading Systems Viewer. Now, notice that your is all capitalized because everybody invests differently, and VectorVest can help you tailor-make your own trading plan the way that you need it to be. So I'm going to show you a couple of different ways to set up a trading plan if you don't already have one. And if you do have a trading plan, maybe this can help you to fine-tune what you currently have. Now, I'm going to do two things. I'm going to show you a simple way of going through the process of creating your trading plan, and then we're going to speed up and I'm going to show you an easier way to put together your trading plan. All right, let's start off in the VectorVest software. So from the home page, we're going to start off with your trading plan and what it takes to make a trading plan. Three things. You need to know when to buy, you need to know what to buy, and you need to know when to sell. Let's start off with the first notion of knowing when to buy. We're going to go over to the Graphs tab. And from the Graphs tab, you'll notice that I have up the Market Timing Graph. From the Market Timing Graph, because we do time the market, we have several different market timing indicators to help you know when to buy based upon how you invest in the market. Let's start with the slowest, most conservative call, the confirm call. And when you get a confirmed up call, that's a good time to buy stocks. And when you get a confirmed down call, that's a good time to either sell off your positions or go short in the market. One of the two. It's all up to you. Or also, when you get a down call, you can tighten stops. But I'm going to tell you for the most part, when you get a confirmed down call or when your market timing moves to a down call, that's probably a good time to get out of your current position. So this is the slowest, most conservative timing call. Let's move from the confirmed calls. Let's speed it up a little bit. Let's go to the DEW. This is our technical timing signal. It will generate more calls, and with it, you will be more susceptible to whipsaws in the market. Now, we talk about these calls every night in our daily color guard report, so you can get more information. I'm just going through what the calls look like and how to know when to buy and when to get out of your positions. Let's speed this up once again. Let's go from the DEW to the green light buyer. From the green light buyer, that initiates a call every time that there's a green light in the color guard pricing column, and it keeps you in when the market is rising, giving you different days on when it's okay to buy stocks. On the yellow days, that's the time that you sit still, and of course, on the confirmed down calls, you get out of the positions. This is a great way to keep buying in as the market is trending higher, but we've got different variations of this call as well. Again, we talk about that in our daily color guard report on a nightly basis. And then for those of you who are a lot more aggressive, we have the primary waves. Look at that. That's going to give you more opportunities to get in and get out as well. Again, more calls, you're going to be more susceptible to whipsaws, but these calls are really good at getting you out very close to market tops and getting you in very close to market bottoms, but they are a faster timing signal, so it will be more susceptible again to whipsaws and getting you out and getting you back in. This is designed for people who want to catch all the bumps and wiggles in the market. All right, so now we've covered from that perspective the when to buy. The next part of knowing what to buy, VectorVest again makes it very simple. Now, let's go to the Viewers tab, and from the Viewers tab, we can always start from the Stock Viewer. So if you want to find stocks to buy from the Stock Viewer, this is an enormous spreadsheet of all of the stocks that we track, which is currently 9,149. We're looking at the top 100 stocks sorted by our master indicator, VST, which stands for Value, Safety, and Timing. So if you're looking for stocks that have the best combination of all three, this is a great place to start to find stocks to get in. Now, the cool thing about this is that there's pricing differences all the way from a couple of $100 all the way down to below $5 to find stocks that have the best combination of value, safety, and timing. All right, so that's one way to find stocks to get into. I'm going to show you another way. Let's go to the Unisearch tool. From the Unisearch tool, we've got several different ways to help you to find stocks depending on how you invest in the market. So there's 4 different investment styles. I'm going to go back to the slides real quick. And from here, we have what we call our strategic investment matrix, based on two indicators in the VectorVest software: relative safety and relative value, and where they sit on the graphs between reward and risk will help you to determine what type of investor you currently are. Many of you may think you're one type of investor, but once you do this analysis using the investment matrix, you'll come to believe or come to realize that you're a different type of investor. So our indicators, relative safety and relative value, are cast on a scale between 0 and 2. And based upon where those values are and they fit from the reward to risk, will put you in one of these 4 boxes. For example, if relative safety is lowered below the value of 1, and we have our relative value higher than 1, that means we've got good upside potential, but we're willing to give up a little bit of safety. Notice where that puts you. We've got high risk because it's up here, and we've got let's go see. We've got a reward of high as well. So putting those two things together, you've got the best of knowing that you've got good upside potential, relative safety below 1. You're willing to give up a little bit of risk. Putting this all together, that makes you a prudent, more of an aggressive investor. Now, on the prudent side, we call this the best of both worlds. We've got we got reward high and we've got risk low by way of prudent. We're looking at relative safety above the value of 1. We're also looking at relative value above the value of 1. That is what we call the best of both worlds, and that's a good place where majority of our subscribers are as well. All right, so we put all that together, and based upon what those values are in relative value, relative safety will help you to determine what kind of investor you are. Low risk, low reward. Look at that. That's conservative. We've got relative safety above 1 with relative value below 1. We want safe stocks. We don't need the big pop in relative value or upside potential. We want safe stocks, and there you would go. All right. Now from there, let's get back into the VectorVest software, and based upon those 4 different variants of trying to know what type of investor you are, how about this? We have searches aggressive, all right? We have searches conservative, we have searches prudent, and then from the speculative side, we have searches speculative. That was the 4th box. That makes it real simple for you to hone in on certain searches specifically designed to help you with your trading plan. If you're more of a prudent investor, you would click on prudent, and then you would go look. Man, now this is the next question that comes up. Glenn, with all of the searches that you have within the software, how do I know what the best search is? We're going to get to that in a second because we do the work, you reap the rewards. So we're going to talk about that. But from a simplistic standpoint, using the VectorVest system, we can help you to hone in on your what to buy. Now, the other side of your trading plan is knowing when to sell. There's 2 different ways of knowing when to sell your stocks. One, when your trading plan or when your market timing signal gives you a down call, that's a good time to get out of your stocks, or at least tighten your stops depending on how you want to handle that, or utilizing some semblance of a stop. I'm going to go back to the Viewers tab and go back to the Stock Viewer. Every stock in the database has what we call a stop price. It's a 13-week moving average adjusted for the fundamentals of the stock. So when a stock's got great fundamentals, we're going to lower that stop price to keep you in that stock a little longer. Well, how does that work out? Currently, Nucor is trading at 156 with a stop price of 126. Because the fundamentals in that stock are good, we're going to give this stock a lot more room to the downside before it gets stopped out. Because once a stock goes below the stop price, the stock is then considered to be a sell recommendation. Now, we always like to say, use the stop as gospel or guide. Now, especially when you're trying to determine of when to get out, when to sell, Simply put, if the stock's price, no matter what stock you're looking at, if your stock's price goes below the stop price and gets a sell recommendation, that's probably a good time to get out of the stock. There's other different variations of getting out of a stock by moving averages, by several different other stop criteria that we've spoken about a lot in the VectorVest system. But remember, we're approaching this right now from a simplistic standpoint. So VectorVest still gives you the best way, the easiest way to help you devise a trading plan with knowing when to buy, what to buy, and when to sell. All right. Let's stop on a dime right now and let's push the easy button. So now we're going to stay in the Viewers tab, but we're going to go to the Trading Systems Viewer. Putting a trading system together, again, can be simple utilizing the VectorVest software, but how about being able to see something that's tried and true and has been working already, and now you can then pick up where the system has you right now. Now, there's a few different things that you can do on the Trading Systems Viewer. One, you can see the name of the searches that are incorporated in it. Two, depending on how you invest in the market, you can sort this by category, whether you're aggressive or prudent or conservative or even speculative. Market timing. Which market timing call is the best one to use? I've only talked about 4 of them, but being able to utilize more than just those 4 are right here for you as well. Again, we did the work for you. Now, this is the cool piece about it. We can see what the results have been for these trading systems over the last 1 month, 3 month, or 1 year. Notice that this is separated right now by the top year, noting that the daily hot stock picks portfolio is up 67% in the last year. You can see an equity curve of it. Scroll over a little bit. Year to date, so it's up 1 year, 67%, but year to date right now, it's up over 9%, gives you the annualized rate of return, which is beautiful, and then it also gives you the drawdown based upon what makes up the system. 13% on a 1 year drawdown is not half bad, but if you say to yourself, that's too much, and what is drawdown? The biggest pullback in your portfolio at any one given time. Normally, you want that to be as low as possible while still making money in the market. So it gives you a lot of analysis, and this is where the easy button comes into play. So current market situations, in the market's going back and forth, and you say to yourself, I want to know what's working right now. Simply sort this by the last month and look at that. Here's a search for you. Show me the money long. And you don't need to know what folder this search is. We can hook that up for you. Show me the money long using, looks like a trailing stop of 15%. It's in the aggressive category. Here's the market timing call using the green light buyer. It's up 40% in the last month. We can see what the 1 year equity curve looks like. We can see what it's done year to date, up 25% year to date, annualized out to 130%. Oh, but look at that drawdown. If that is not in your wheelhouse, even though it's up 40%, maybe you step back a little bit. Let's look at the next search. The next search in the list is Thornton's Dunders using the Profit Locker Pro 115. That's the stop. Over the last month, up 17%. Not nearly as much as Show Me the Money Long, but let's analyze this out. 268% annualized, and look at that drawdown. That's much better than the first search. It may not have been giving you as much year to date, but you know something? 18.8% is not half bad with just a 13% drawdown. How about you say to yourself, I want to sort this by the drawdown. What's got the lowest drawdown? Well, when you do that, now the results may not be as palatable to you. 6.7% annualized, down 2%. All right, let's then sort this out by 3 months. Sorted it by the last 3 months, and again, sets it all up for you. Show me the money short. That's a bearish search, up 29% over the last 3 months, but down 4% over the last month. So folks, you've got a lot of analysis right here at your fingertips, and that's why I call this the easy button. I'm going to sort by the last month again. I like Show Me the Money Long, but maybe I don't like the drawdown nearly as much. Let's think about Thornton's Thunder. Now, a lot of times people say, yeah, all of this testing you do shows me what happens in the past, and I want to know about what's going to go on now. All right, fine. Let's go do this. First off, let's see what makes up this trading system. We can simply click on the trading system details. It's going to bring up a spreadsheet. It's going to bring up some information. Let this come up for me. It's loading. And what is it? So as of March 25th of 2022, it shows me what the equity curve looks like, all right? It shows me what's over the last 1 month, 3 month, 1 year, year to date, 6 month, gives you a whole lot of information. And it shows you the stocks that it's currently in at this time and what they're doing by the return on investment. Look at that. GTE up 19%, Ring Energy up 16%, Gold up 13.7%, and then the stocks that are not doing so well. And guess what? That's not really hurting my portfolio a lot with the pullbacks we have in those stocks. All right, I'm going to minimize that. Now, let's do this. After you've done that, you've got your trading system details. Let's click on Paper Trade in Portfolios. Now, I'm going to show you a tip and a trick right here. Going to do that. We're going to start with an empty portfolio, or we can continue right where the stocks are right now. Let's start with an empty portfolio, and I'm going to call this SOTW test. All right. Now, it's going to know what it needs to do, $100,000 per trade. We're going to take off the commission. We're going to not use margin, and it sets up, create a paper portfolio to track the success of this trading system. The portfolio will buy and sell based on the rules of the selected trading system. Let's click on OK. Now, once we do that, and we can open up the portfolio now. Right now, it's telling me, oh, we got an up call right now, utilizing the current market calls on it. Boom. It puts the stocks into the portfolio, and we can watch the action as it happens. All right. Currently, we're up a little bit, but this is the tip. So even though I like the strategy over the last month and it's got a decent drawdown compared to the first one, how about this? Let's sort by percent price change, and let's jump on board only with the stocks that are moving. It doesn't mean that because I'm paper trading this, and I've got to buy all 10 stocks. All 10 stocks are here, but if I want to just jump on the ones that are moving, I can take advantage of those and cherry pick. I can go into the details, and from the details again, this one is using trading long. It's using the primary wave, so it's a faster timing signal. The fill mode is Thornton's Thunder. The profit locker is going to be 100% target with a 15% stop. And when we get a down call, this automatically goes to cash. This portfolio will try to maintain 10 stocks, automatically will replace, invest the average portfolio value, odd lots, the whole 9 yards, and will break it down of what the current system does and how to do it. Look at that. So that's the easy button. Let's go back to the Viewers tab, and you can go through. Let's say you're a prudent investor. Let's sort by the category. Let's scroll down, and let's go see what's moving in the prudent searches. All right, what's up? 30% a year. That's using the confirmed calls, S&P 500 winners, Vern's Vultures down 5 days. Prudent, using the confirmed calls. Well, not doing so well over the last month, but over last year, it's up. Let's go check that out. Look at that. Where was that? I lost it. Where was it? Right here. Let's see if I highlight it. There we go. It's up. Annualized rate of return of 9%, up 30% for the year. Year to date from the beginning of the year, up 10%. It's got a drawdown of 17%. Let's scroll over. Looking still down to prudent. This is up for the month 5%, but not up for the year. But if the market starts to move up, could you get an opportunity to start buying low and selling high? Absolutely. We can continue to go down the list, and then we can hone in on which prudent searches we like. Now, this one is all positive. 3.7 over the last month, 2.5 over the last 3 months, 11% for the year. Let's highlight that. That's Midas Touch. All right, Midas Touch. Here's the equity curve. Annualized 28% a year with a drawdown of 12%. 12.8%. Folks, that's what it's all about. That's the easy button. And depending on how you invest in the market, you can sort by category. If you like a specific market timing signal, you can sort by the market timing. But this is the most important part right here. What's going up the most over the last 1 month, the last 3 months, the last year, and then also taking into consideration what's going on from the drawdown perspective. So what's at the top? Daily hot stocks. We do that for you every day. Ruler stocks, which is a great search, up 24% for the year, but not so well for the last 3 months, and so on and so forth. Go over the last month again. Let's go see. Marijuana stocks are starting to move up recently, not for the year, but at least recently. Blyer's bottom feeders is up here, starting to move. May not for the last 3 months of the year, but it's starting to move now. Bottom feeders, we just did a bottom fishing campaign in one of our portfolios, and we do have a webcast coming up next week on Wednesday and Thursday talking about a bottom fishing course that you might be interested in. So notice that if I look over the last 1 month, it's starting to move. There's a bottom fishing search starting to move. All right, so just keep all of that in mind. So with that, folks, I want to say thank you for joining me for this week's special presentation. On Monday, we will have a Q&A session to answer any of your questions out there, but hopefully I've posed to you what you need to look for setting up your investment plan, knowing when to buy, what to buy, when to sell. We already have those tools there for you. And then we have the easy button of looking at the Trading Systems Viewer. So folks, this video is over. Until the next time, see ya.
Yeah.